Mustang Morning News is a public forum for student expression. Students make all content decisions, and opinions do not necessarily represent those of the Manhattan Beach Unified School District.
It's been a rough couple of weeks for the Costa community, but we're back with stories about the impact of the LA fires and deal with the death of one of our own.
Welcome to the Mustang Morning News. I'm Raquel Bowen.
And I'm Gordon Jonas.
These stories and more are just ahead.
The LA fires displaced over 180,000 people and destroyed many schools. As of last week, Mira Costa enrolled over 125 students affected by the fires. Emma Gordon and McKenna King find out what the transition has been like for these students and Mira Costa staff.
The devastating LA fires have left many families without homes, and some displaced students are now joining us here in Manhattan Beach Unified School District. While it's a challenging time for these families, it's also raising questions about how our schools will adapt. Some of these students are coming from Palisades and other hard-hit areas. For them, Mira Costa is a new start.
They've been really accommodating. They've given us a lot of opportunities to fully put ourselves into the school, so I really appreciate that.
They were really helpful, and I know a lot of my friends were able to join, and we thought that there was only going to be a limited amount, but then they were just accepting anybody even if they didn't have a residence yet.
Teachers have been bargaining for smaller classes for years, and with already large class sizes and mid-year transfers, it's a balancing act. Ms. Aguero, who wrote the district-wide email, says these students need compassion and stability as they adjust to their new lives.
Some of the students may choose to go back to their home school, so we don't know what enrollment will look like for next year, but we're actively looking at that. We're going to be surveying the families and students once they get situated and know what they want to do for next year as well, so that we can look at those class size pieces, look at course offerings, look at our full-time teacher enrollment too.
So far, over 100 students have now enrolled in Mira Costa in the past few weeks. The fires have burned over 35,000 acres, which, to put in perspective, is roughly around 26,000 football fields. With these fires affecting thousands of people, the district's efforts to provide a soft place to land are making all the difference. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Emma Gordon and McKenna King.
We learned that the recent fires across Los Angeles weren't just headlines. They were a reality for many members in our community. Teachers and students found themselves hosting evacuated family and experienced the emotional toll of knowing loved ones affected. Palmer Mays and Luna Flores report.
The fires across Los Angeles County have left tens of thousands of people displaced and burned up to 13 times the size of the city of Manhattan Beach. At Costa, the impact can be seen.
In terms of displaced students and families, we've been enrolling everyone only because we understand everyone's in a very complex type of circumstance.
Among those displaced other than students, Kathy Eldham, whose Malibu home was threatened by the flames.
And when it got to just billowing smoke and I was still watching, I realized when the fire jumped to just across the street that it was time to go.
The Mira Costa community has rallied together, offering shelter and support to families in need.
Well, I was glad that we were able to kind of be a place where they were able to come, but I was definitely nervous for all my family and friends there.
Our staff at Costa have also been experiencing the effects of the fire through hosting displaced people.
It's hard to see a friend go through something this traumatic and potentially life-changing. Luckily, he got out.
For those looking to help, donations can be made to local organizations or national relief funds such as the Red Cross Disaster Relief and Recovery Services. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Palmer Mays and Luna Flores.
TikTok's recent ban highlighted concerns over cybersecurity and privacy, but virtually every app and website you use could potentially leave you open to a security breach. Anya Kapoor and Raquel Bowen investigate these online risks and how you can protect yourself.
When you go online, everything you do leaves a trail. Apps, websites, and even games collect your personal information as you use them. Recently, TikTok was banned because of privacy concerns and the US government's fear of its Chinese owner's ByteDance tracking its American users. The ban only lasted 15 hours, but now TikTok is no longer on the App Store. When you open a browser or download an app, many companies start collecting your information. For example, when you open a website and click Accept Cookies, you are allowing personal details of your life to be tracked. This can include your location, browsing history, your habits online, and even your language preference. About 70% of Americans use social media, and many rely on it for news. This increases the chances of misinformation being spread.
More and more things become increasingly online. More and more people are vulnerable to being taken advantage of, and I wanted to learn to protect myself.
Websites and apps can also use your data to show you ads they think you'll click on. They also sell your information to other companies. This is called behavioral advertising, and while it makes money for companies, it can also feel like an invasion of privacy.
If you aren't paying for a service, then you are the product. They are making money somehow, and they're selling your information.
Social media platforms use this data to target users with specific ads, which affects privacy, mental health, and how people see the world. Protecting your personal information online isn't just about keeping your data safe. It's about understanding the power it holds. From targeted ads to misinformation, the way companies use your information can greatly impact your life. But there are steps you can take to stay in control of your privacy and protect yourself from unwanted tracking. The most recommended tip by various sources is to create strong, unique passwords for each site you use. Avoid using anything personal like your name or birthday, and make sure your social media passwords are completely different from those used elsewhere. This helps keep your account secure, reduces the risk of being hacked, and makes sure your personal info stays with you. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Raquel Bowen and Anya Kapoor.
3 weeks ago, a hit-and-run driver killed Mira Costa Sr. Ford Savela and injured 2 others. Nathan Inouye and Piper Mendel have the latest facts about the case and how our community is reacting.
Mira Costa Sr. Ford Savela passed away on January 7th after he was hit by a hit-and-run driver near the 300 block of Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach. The other 2 passengers in the car, Ford's brother and a friend, were in critical condition as of January 8th, but their condition at this time is unknown. The driver, Cameron Lee Peterson, was arrested and charged with murder, hit-and-run causing fatal injury, and reckless driving. This stretch of Sepulveda has long been a high-risk zone. From 2011 to 2025, on 2nd to 9th Streets on Sepulveda Boulevard, there has been a total of 5 car accidents resulting in 5 fatalities. One of them was just around a month ago on December 17th, where a pedestrian was struck and killed, which follows national trends of fatal accidents rates where there had been a surge of 19.7% compared to this period in 2024. The only response so far to these accidents was in 2018, where Sepulveda was restriped and they added a dedicated left turn signal.
Ford's celebration of life was held last Thursday at Mira Costa's auditorium, bringing over 500 family, friends, teachers, and loved ones to honor his memory. The event featured speeches from those closest to him, including some of his former Mira Costa and Grandview teachers.
Caused us so many tears and such a lot of pain, but God needed one more angel, so he took you back again. Thank you.
His closest friends.
I hope his impact on our lives after the dust settles is as positive as can be, and we live our day-to-day lives the way he would have wanted us to.
And his father, sharing stories of his kindness and the impact he had on their lives.
And that love will continue to carry us through. Ford's memory will live on in every adventure we take, every song we listen to, every climb we make, and every act of kindness we offer. We love you, Ford. You will always be in our hearts. Thank you.
Musical tributes performed by Joel Carlson and Jackie Beaupre also helped in capturing the essence of who Ford was. The night concluded with a video tribute as seniors were encouraged to wear bracelets in his memory and share his favorite snacks outside of the auditorium. His family invites donations to the Ford Savela Legacy of Kindness Scholarship, which has already raised over $28,000, annually awarding a senior who embodies Ford's values such as kindness and empathy. With the Mustang Morning News, this was Nathan Inouye and Piper Mendel.
That's all for today's show, but make sure to check out our Instagram at Mustang Morning News.
Thanks for watching, Mustangs. These were some heavy stories today. If you're dealing with any emotional distress and need support, reach out to your counselor or reach the National Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Hotline by dialing 988.
Stay safe, Costa, and we'll see you next time.